Hello, I'm Misha Hilton, the lead systems designer and UI designer for this sci-fi psychological adventure game. I want to begin with the idea behind the title, Ghost Core. It wasn't conveyed in the gameplay or aesthetically until much later in development. Tying the game back into the concept was overlooked as we focused too much on who was supposed to do what. We came up with the process of assigning each other roles, which didn't work well because we got hung up on the roles even when the project called for crossing over those lines. Eventually, we got on track when the initial concept finally had taken shape. Demonstrated here in this room, you can see that the caged ghosts are powering the suits, hence the title Ghost Core. Using Confluence to brainstorm and process how we would introduce, practice, and master our mechanics worked well for us. One of the core mechanics is the ghost abilities that allows the players to phase through walls, pull, push, and levitate objects. One of the most useful skills I've learned is to use the game instance to allow these abilities to persist through the levels. As you can see here, the player is able to push the box because they retain the blue fragment that's circling him that allows him to move it from the previous level. I would like to end my portion of the post-mortem saying that I think the current game, although fantastical, isn't so far-fetched and much more grounded than the initial mechanics envisioned at the start of the Capstone project. I'm Misha Hilton, and this concludes my portion of Precious Cobbler's post-mortem. I now would like to hand it off to Justin Larson.
Hi, I'm Justin Larson. One of our biggest downfalls was feature creep. Be it early on or throughout the entirety of Capstone, feature creep was constantly creeping up on us. In the early stages of the game, we had a huge variety of abilities for the player, from ziplining, jetpacking, vaulting, and 9 different abilities for the ghosts as well. We even had a ship that we could fly. We also had inventory screen and, in the works, a memory fragment log. Luckily, we were able to stop everything and quell the excessive features and was able to identify the features we needed, giving us the character you see now. However, feature creep didn't stop there, as it did repeatedly keep coming up throughout the rest of the project, making prioritizing of mechanics a struggle at times, leading to long working hours for the team to get things right. In the end, we were able to pull the ideas together and create mechanics that worked well together. Over to you, Midosar.
Hi, I'm Odessa Iqbal. During development, on top of feature creep, we had some goal posting issues. The turrets were affected by this in particular. They were originally designed as threats that could shoot the player when seen and could be turned off with a button press. It was then decided that they should be able to look around and follow the player's movement as a trap. It was then decided again that they should be able to move and chase the player as an enemy. And then they could fly, and then they had shields. One after the other, the goalpost kept moving on what the turrets should do. It became more and more complicated to juggle all the code for what the turrets could do, since they were originally designed to just stay in place and shoot. But in the end, we managed to put it all together, and the turrets actually became one of the most feature-rich parts of Ghost Core, despite the troubles. Over to you, Joshua.
Hello, my name is Joshua Cologne, and I am the lead level designer for Precious Cobbler. What went right during the game, like the mechanics that we came up with, or like the final mechanics, really do work for the game, such as the ghost possession and ghost abilities. Uh, Third month, our teamwork uh, very much improved because we came up with a better product than what we initially had thought about. Right was our features. Like we had a lot of feature creep in the beginning. We didn't really have an idea of what we wanted to do, which was our biggest downfall. But like I said, third month we really came together and figured out what we needed to do. The game was supposed to be a psychological thriller game because you're possessing a ghost and you're losing sanity on top of that. Our biggest um, like driving point for the game. We had other features such as like flying a ship, was going to fly it through an asteroid field to get to the final level, and that had to be cut because, as I stated, feature creep.
Hello, I'm Joe Goodrich, and my role in this project was design lead and backup technical design. Our initial concept started out was not set in stone. We had no clear direction for the project until the end of month 2 or the beginning of month 3, when things finally got settled and direction was achieved. We had a general idea to start with, which would be both third and first person play, and we knew we wanted something to do with possessing ghosts. The idea of having different playable characters without the need to change characters and interrupt gameplay. The most difficult part of this process was setting things up to where there was a purpose for the ghosts. Our initial concept dealt with using the ghost to navigate to the fields and complete the goal. This was not as intuitive to the players as we had initially thought, so a lot had to be changed since the project started. We are happy with the results. Thanks for watching the post-mortem from Precious Cobbler.